Yo, what up? It's Brendan.
I'm Brandon.
And this is
the Brews and Bros Podcast. Can you pass me the mic?
Pass him the mic. Josh. All right, for real this time? There it is. All right, B. So,
this week on Brews and Bros Podcast.
Ba-dam.
Previously on Brews and Bros Podcast. Next week on Brews and Bros Podcast. Now back to Brews and Bros Podcast. Intro music. Oh,
No.
That'd be a wild
but
intro.
that's the thing, though. When I edit the podcast, I put the intro before.
I know. That's what I'm trying.
Before everything, so should I do it? I'll do it twice. I'll put it once in the beginning. Everyone's like, "Ooh, getting good," and then you fucking.
Now back to the Brews and Bros Podcast.
And they're like, they have to sit through the same minute-long intro.
Not even, bro. Just like have it start, bro, and you're like, just back to us talking. They're gonna be like, "What the hell happened?"
They'll be like, "What's going on here?"
The magic of editing. All right, y'all, viewers, we're doing a special giveaway. On commemorative nothing. We're almost at 100 Facebook followers. People I don't know just click the Facebook page and go, "Wow." So we're gonna randomly select if the YouTube channel gets to 100. We're gonna give away a Burger King coupon.
Well, hold on.
At select participating locations.
Before that occurs.
You gotta take the ones you want out.
No. I mean, yeah, but no. Okay. No, I gotta read the terms and conditions here. Okay.
It don't matter. We'll
says,
sign
please mention the coupon before ordering. Not valid on specialty versions. I don't know what that means.
I think it...
Oh, you mean like the Steakhouse King?
Yeah, unless it's like specifically like, oh, a Whopper. Can I do the Whopper with the... No.
I wonder if that includes a Whopper with cheese, because Whoppers don't come with cheese.
That might be the specialty version.
Could you imagine? A cheeseburger. That's your special version. One per customer, not valid with any other coupon or offers, valid at participating U.S. Burger King restaurants. Void in Puerto Rico, Alaska, and Hawaii. Sucks to fucking be you guys. Void where prohibited, or if reproduced, altered, sold, or transferred, tax may apply. Cash values are 1 penny. Or wait, no, they're 1/100th of a penny. So, in theory, you collect enough fucking Burger King coupons, you could be fucking rich.
You just go to mailboxes across the country.
Boom! Just fucking. You're just like, hey, I know, y'all guys don't use your coupons.
They said it was what, 1/100th of a penny?
1/100th of a cent. And they expire by April 5th, which is 2 months away to the day that this is being recorded. So, if the podcast channel on YouTube, Brews and Bros Network, gets to 100 subscribers, some unlucky guy or gal or person.
1/100th of a penny would be that, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So multiply that by 1 billion.
Not even 300. How many Americans are there? 327 million.
365 million.
We'll do 325 million.
Just to be safe.
Because incarceration.
Rona.
You can make $32,500.
That's not worth it, bro.
Just collecting the coupons.
Think about it. Think about it. That's from every U.S. citizen who is probably, like, ever. That includes babies who ain't getting shit mailed to them. That's including, like, school children. They ain't getting.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Mail.
That's why I was eyeing at, because I know the homeless populations and whatnot. But I wonder, because this will change the game, if that's for the whole thing or each one of these is one.
My guess would be that each one is worth 1/100th of a cent.
I'm so stupid. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Hold on, y'all. I'm doing some Brew and Bro math.
While he does his math, welcome back to the Brews and Bros podcast. I'm Brandon. That's Brendan.
0001. Okay. How much was on here?
25.
All right.
25. You're making a quarter. If I did the math right.
326 million times 25. That's what that equals, right? That's how many coupons. If we multiply that by 0001, $815,000.
That might be worth
That's
it.
better.
That might be worth
That's 8 years.
it. That's 8 years.
Yeah. We saved. They're out there. So what you do for a living? Man, I collect coupons.
I collect coupons. Oh, like you an extreme couponer? No, I just sell them.
Hey, you trying to get on that Burger King
But
swag?
that's what I don't understand. If it says that that's the value of it, does that mean that if you were to say take this whole sheet and be like, yeah, I only have enough to cover this much of the meal, can you take a quarter off?
Hey, man.
You just hand them a fucking sheet.
I need 25 cents off of this order. Sir, we could just do the whole Whopper thing for $1 less. No, man.
No, just 25 cents. I'll get another one of these in a couple weeks.
Well, I added cheese, man. It's a specialty order. You said...
It says it doesn't apply to specialty orders.
Where's the vegan items?
They don't have the vegan items.
Yeah, they got the Impossible Whopper here.
Not on the coupons, though.
Man,
on the coupons.
maybe that's a specialty, too. Well, think about it.
Yo, you
I
don't want
want
to
a Whopper.
eat meat? You're wrong.
You try to eat plant-based in front of me? That's expensive, bro. I go kill a cow, $5. I gotta pick a plant. I gotta hire someone to clean that plant. $10. Y'all charging me a arm and a leg just to eat some seeded sesame. The goodness of I don't know, got the same crunch, but
I wonder what they would do if you were to go into Burger King and be like, can I get like just 50 Whopper patties? Just the patties themselves.
no bread.
No bread, no lettuce, nothing. Just the patties. Like, I'm being dead serious. Just the patties.
They'd either just do it or tell you to get out. There's no other
I feel like they'd probably just do it.
I don't know, man. They're messing up. Here's the thing. Check this out. As much as that's a good idea to do all that to make the money,
To steal the coupons?
yeah, it's kind of useless because
It'd be counterproductive. You'd spend more money trying to get the coupons.
no. They got all the same coupons on the mobile app, so who needs the paper anyway?
I think it's just a way for them to, like,
Market.
get to old people.
Your parents is kind of elderly.
No, not my
I'm
parents.
kidding. They're not elderly.
They're old.
Your dad gets some gray in his beard.
Yeah, my mom's got gray hair, too, so...
Now, with that being said, it's kind of off the subject. It's just something that I just seen on the internet because, you know, sometimes I look at my phone, the ADHD kick in. This lady said that her son wants to get a fade, right?
What kind of a fade? Like these hands? Like a haircut?
Obviously a haircut, but we're on the same page because I was like, I'll come give your kid that fade.
Dink! I'll punch you. So, okay. So, on Facebook, you find some weird things, right?
Yeah, weird people too.
Weird people, weird things, whatever. So I seen this video that said things that I would do if they were more socially acceptable.
No.
So it goes through the video and she says, kick kids.
Jeez.
So I think that's kind of funny, right? Just inherently, it's kind of funny.
I'm going to kick a terminally ill child. Yeah.
That's not where I took it,
Oh, okay.
because I'm not a monster.
Hey, man.
You obviously are.
All I'm saying, if the options were go to see Maroon 5 or kick a terminally ill child, I'm kicking the terminally ill child.
I'm sorry.
No
You guys
amount.
got your own. You guys got your own cancer hospitals.
No amount of catchy.
Not even
courses.
$815,000 worth of Burger King coupons.
Maybe the $815,000 Burger King.
You got to go to the Burger King himself to redeem that money.
But anyway, yeah, she don't want to kick kids.
And
or she
so
does wanna
fucking
kick kids.
people were all over that. They were like, "What the fuck do you mean you want to kick kids?"
I didn't say I want to. I said if it's socially
Not
acceptable.
not you. But like they were like I don't get it. Like this is why. Like how does this make sense? Blah blah blah. And I'm like, bro,
Well,
you are telling me that you guys have such a moral high ground that you have never once thought about physically harming a child. Like even if it was just a.
Well, I was listening to something where they talked about that, and they were like, "This is what the difference is between being like a normal human being and a straight up psychopath."
Yeah.
They were like, "Being a human being, you have a lot of bad thoughts,
But
no
you
one."
don't do
Yeah,
anything?
he's like everyone got a bad thought. You can always say no, I don't. He's like, but I don't want to get graphic with it, but there's probably something really vulgar and disgusting that you've probably thought about, and you're like, oh, but that's your humanity. You go, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm normal.
Yeah, you're like, oh. Whereas a psychopath is like, why shouldn't I?
You said I'm doing that. So here today, I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna. Hey, I'm gonna go do that thing.
Well, it's like serial killers, because they were talking about like I want to say it was Dahmer, but like the ones who take a lot of time to do like the stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, you see how long it's taken them to get to that point? Nowhere between this long road are they saying
someone try to stop them?
Well, not even that.
Or just be like, maybe I shouldn't do that.
Exactly. There's nowhere in this long road with like, you know what? On second thought, I probably should. They're just like, wait, I'm here. Yeah, right. We'll see how much
To be fair though, so I get where you're coming from. Excuse me. Where everybody does have those thoughts, obviously. I always think about crime.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not just like normal crime. Or like, I guess it would be considered normal crime.
You think about hanging someone off a building?
No.
Ah! Oh.
Not like extreme crimes like murder and shit like that.
You're not sitting there thinking about rape?
I'm thinking about something like...
I could get away with robbing that bank.
I think I could get away with robbing a bank. I think I could get away with stealing a car. I think I could get away with money laundering. I think I could blackmail somebody.
Yeah.
For sure.
Especially some politics.
But then I'm like, I don't know, man. That's a lot of effort because that's something like we'll use blackmail as the example. You got to keep that up for a very long time. Either A, a very long time, or B, just long enough to get that money.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's if they don't find you. Then you have to be anonymous. Like you can't let's say that we decide, you and me decide that we're gonna anonymously blackmail Conan O'Brien, right? We'll use Conan. Just first name come my head.
There will be hell to pay.
There will be hell, you ginger. And it's like he's gonna get that in his fan mail and be like, all right, whatever. I'm not doing that.
And then we send another one that'd be like, this one has ricin on it.
These are.
And then we'd be like, how do we get the money now? No!
Oh, I can't get back up. Gas!
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. My leg almost cramped, though.
Welcome to the veteran side of podcasts. Previously on the Brews and Bros podcast.
The intro music starts over again.
That'd be cool if you could do that. Might as well.
Why wouldn't
timestamp this? What time? We're
you gotta look. You have to watch the whole video. It's right down here, by the way. We're 12 minutes in.
Remember about the 12-minute mark.
I'm not gonna remember that shit.
Oh.
But no, look, I'm not a piece of shit because I've decided. I bet I could comprise a team to rob a bank and get away with it. There'd be no way. I think I could get away with it 100%.
I always feel like I could, but here's what I always think about, because this is actually I've thought about it before. Not like I would do it.
I have a plan.
I have a plan, Arthur. But no, I have this thought, right, where I'm like, okay, I could do it. But then I'm thinking, well, I would need like a special car that I have to like drive into a desert somewhere, have another car parked out there, set it on fire, and then get in the other car. Why? Because knowing me and my luck, I know every security camera would be working, and as I'm driving through the city, they'd probably be going to everyone's businesses like, oh, here he goes, and they'd be putting all the security cameras together and being like, oh.
And that's my thing with robbing. I guess I should probably get in here. That's my thing with robbing a bank specifically, especially nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Would it say I bet I'd give anybody. This is not any real kind of consolation prize for you potentially being smarter than me. But I bet 60 years ago, it was one of the easiest things in the world to rob a bank.
Yeah, bro. They had a whole
That's why
husband and wife, Bonnie and Clyde.
I don't care about that.
That's all they did was
They
rob
were
banks.
celebrities. That's because Americans are morbid people, and they're like,
hey, I've seen you on TV. Take
I've
whatever
seen
you want.
on TV. And that's why people, not to get too political, but like Chris Brown, Doja Cat, who else? Joe Biden, the President of the United States of America.
That's weird.
Y'all motherfuckers, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Trump was, by any stretch of the imagination, a good person. Not at all. But I have never seen video evidence of Donald Trump saying the hard R. Like I have Joe Biden.
Don't get us wrong.
Don't get us wrong. Joe Biden's a piece of shit, too.
We don't like either of them.
They're both fucking stupid people.
But again, you've entered the independent side of, the Brews and Bros podcast.
Of just the world, I think. But anyway, not to get political. That's not what I'm trying to do here.
Previously on Brews and Bros podcast.
But they said that to get political, I think we could rob a bank.
Yeah.
But it'd be easier to rob a bank, say, like 60 years ago. Like if it was like 1970 something. I'd say it's not easy, but I bet it'd be a little easier than what it currently would be, especially with everybody on their phones.
Well, everyone's so like blah, because like where we live, somebody robbed the bank by just having a letter that said,
"Give me the money."
Yeah, it was just a little piece of paper.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, banks are supposed to just give you the money.
Yeah,
because they're insured.
Well, not only are they insured, but they got the little button anyway. I mean, they caught the guy. Every person that's robbed a bank over here, like the last however long, has been caught. It's not like you're getting away with it because they're dumb. They're not like us. We're smart.
And do you want to know what made me think that I could rob a bank? I shit you not.
You watched The Town with Ben Affleck.
I like that movie, but that's not it.
What was
that it? That was more recently. But when I was developing in my mind, it was Grand Theft Auto 5.
They made it look too easy.
And they did. And that's why I thought, my stupid developing brain ass thought, oh, I could rob a bank. That'd be pretty easy.
All I gotta do is beat up this guard, take
All I
his
gotta
outfit,
do, beat the guard, take his outfit,
take the monkey mask, and rob the jewelry
tell my
store.
friends it's okay to come in, make sure that there's 0 cops in the area, and have fully automatic weapons.
Yeah,
so that's pretty easy.
It can't be
right?
that hard to hack a computer system and get like, no.
No, there's nerds for that.
I was watching this guy on YouTube, Larry Lautner, I think his name is.
The bald white guy?
Yeah, he
He
was a jewel
looks like
thief.
a white supremacist, but he's not.
No, he was just a jewel thief.
Mm-hmm.
And he was explaining how he did his jewel thievery. And I was like, well, that doesn't sound that hard. But then I know if I walked in the jewelry store, I'd be like...
You'd be like SpongeBob. Put the money in the bag! And they'd be like, do you want that from checkings or savings?
Checkings? You have no money in here. No, but... Like, the way he did it, it was weird. Like, he got to know people and stuff. He would work there or something, blah, blah, blah. And it was, like, not just, like, an overnight thing. You know, it was a whole process on what he would do. Because he knew how to do it. Hence, he was so successful. But, hey, he still got caught. But, like, it's one of the things where just because someone else does it doesn't mean I can.
No.
It's called chopping out of your own wallet. Like, I know my limit.
I think my limit as far as crime would go, probably running a red light. Maybe manslaughter.
Are you admitting to something?
No. Not by any stretch of the imagination.
Are you running red lights for fun?
Yeah.
You're just out here just... Corvette. You play footsie with me one more again, bro.
One more again.
One more again,
Ladies and
bro.
gentlemen, one more again.
One more again. You know what I'm saying? I want to put that on a t-shirt. Some of your sayings.
Mine?
Yeah.
Like what?
I was thinking about it earlier. There's one that you always say. You say, like, not like, but anyways. There's another one we say.
Is it anyhow?
No. It's like, crap. When you say it, I'll know it'll come out. Like, crap. I know you always say it. It's like whenever.
I probably said it when we were talking earlier.
Whenever something gets brought up and then you move the subject to something else, it's something you say.
Oh, dude, I don't even know anymore. I don't even know what I say.
But other than that, no. It's like next to that, I don't remember.
Moving on.
So I don't know.
Something dumb.
It's a Brandonism.
Oh,
A
shit.
Brandurism.
You can't make that face, bro.
Why not? Is that what an aneurysm look like?
No, it looks like this.
No. That's death. This ain't.
That's what I'm saying. That's what a fucking aneurysm does.
On a toilet.
That's Elvis.
No, what he say? He said
He
you
said,
get aneurysm on a toilet.
He said, "Oh, okay."
But anyway, something like that. I don't know. I know you said that one too. That'd be a cool shirt. Just your face on it. But anyway.
Anyhow.
You hear that?
That awkward silence during Pulp Fiction.
Bro, that's a good movie. But no, there was something I wanted to talk about.
What did it involve? Did it involve the people yelling at each other over a pawn shop dispute today?
No.
At the place?
No, we don't know what. It was about the clown movie we was trying to watch today.
Oh!
And how I think Guy
Okay.
Fieri is like the leader of them clowns.
Okay, so I know where you're at. Alright, so as some of you may know, there's a group of people out in this world called juggalos.
Yeep, yeep.
They exist.
For the family.
They're not a fake person. They're not a fake I'll call them a tribe. Honest to God, they're a tribe of people.
Some of them might juggle, but don't.
I don't think so.
Ball fondlers. Juggle these nuts. Wah, 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 wah.
Yo, they're gonna be hunting us down now. Anyway.
But magnets, how do they work?
Balls.
It's magic.
They juggle balls, bro. They're ball fondlers. Anyway, so for those of you who don't know, juggalos are real people.
Yeah.
They're watch your TikToks somewhere
That
else.
wasn't a TikTok. It was a Facebook story. My bad.
You watch those?
I clicked through them.
I'll get to that later.
I clicked through them, but
Anyway.
that one I was trying to turn the volume
Oh,
off.
so you should have turned the volume down beforehand. Think smarter, not harder. Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted by someone's Facebook story. So, they're real people. They do real things. They're really annoying.
They're chameleons. They're lizard people in disguise to fit in with you and me.
So, a little bit of backstory. A while back, I'm minding my own business on Amazon Prime. It's nothing crazy. Just trying to see, because I had just signed up for it. Didn't quite know what was on there. Well, all of a sudden, I get a movie that's made and produced, written by, and all of that good stuff by the Insane Clown Posse.
Beep, beep, ICP.
And I'm talking about the OG ICP. I'm talking Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope.
For those of you who don't know who those are, consider yourselves lucky. If there are any juggalos that do listen to this, we still love you.
You're nice fans.
Don't
The loyalty that Juggalo show, honest to God, it's wild.
It's jokes, y'all. Get over it.
It's a joke.
They are jokes.
This movie,
Alienation.
I think, was trying to be a joke. Maybe a trope.
It was just too
So
much.
how do we appeal to the cowboy juggalos? You know,
The Western Vocaloes.
the guys who are on ranches, but whoop whoop for the family.
The Cowbocalos. Cowpocalos.
Cowpocalos. Yo, Cowpocalos. How do we market ourselves and our brand to those people?
Magnets.
Magnets. Number one, how do they work? Number two, doesn't matter how they work because we're about to attract these people. So, I shit you guys not, maybe 2 minutes of this movie. B comes over today. I'm telling him about these movies. They're real. They exist. We watched maybe 3 minutes of the movie, and I said, that's it. I can't do it no more.
I saw a horse's booty hole.
You see, okay, so the movie, just so I can get the name right, because I looked it up, because when you were trying to answer the question I'm about to get to here in a second,
Oh, yeah.
I looked it up.
See, it caught me off guard, because your boy's kind of perceptive. I got the Tourette's, so that means I got to see a neurologist sometimes, and sometimes what they do is they put up a picture in front of me, normal looking photo, nothing crazy, but there's something that's kind of out of place. Whether it be if it's a jet ski going and the water's not moving, then I got to try to point that stuff out. It's the neurology, right? So I be noticing certain little things.
Certain things. So the movie itself, this movie is 11 years old. The one that you and I watched today.
We've been friends longer than that.
Longer than that.
We were in high school when that movie came out.
That's disgusting.
I was playing Red Dead Redemption. You were playing Toy Story 3.
And you never gave that game back.
I gave it back.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
I do not have that disc. You never gave it back.
I gave it back.
I will.
We played it before. Because I was asking if you had Undead Nightmare. And you were like...
I have Undead Nightmare.
But
I did not have the disc.
Oh, we get the game of the year, though.
Anyway, moving on. So the movie itself is called Big Money Rustlers. Right?
Wrestlers.
The description of the movie is in the Wild West town of Mudbug, Sheriff Sugarwolf arrives to confront an over-the-top villain, Big Baby Chips. If someone had read that description to me, I shit you not, I would think that was a high school project.
Sounds like a porno.
It does sound like a porno.
Sugar chips.
Sugar Wolf, bro.
Oh, you Sugar Wolf?
It's a hairy cougar, bro. Ugh, I'm out of here. Anyway, moving on.
Johnny Sins is the saint.
So it stars Violent J, Shaggy 2 Dope,
The clown people.
the clown people. Well, I'm gonna get to something right after I tell them the big reveal.
Uh-oh.
There's somebody else I did not think was in that movie who's in that movie.
Well, we didn't get far enough to see anybody who would have been in the movie, so who knows?
To tie this in,
Uh-huh.
I don't know how many of you people out there who are listening / watching who know anything about the WWE. Predominantly, probably more so WWF era. You know, Attitude Era, kind of stuff like that.
In this case, it was a weird WWF and WCW early.
Early. There's a guy. He's a nice guy. His name's Razor Ramon.
Hey, Chico.
That guy's in that movie.
Yeah, bro.
Scott Hall is in an ICP movie. And I'm about to probably make you really upset.
But I caught that, bro. I said, is that... I made you rewind it just to check. And when you rewind it, you were like, oh, I see a toothpick.
Nope, I seen the toothpick. And that's how I knew.
And I said,
But guess who else is in that movie?
Ooh.
Jason Mewes.
No, it would make sense, bro. Bro, it makes sense. That was when he was doing his, like, battling them drugs.
Yeah.
He was
well,
probably...
to be fair, though. Not to, you know, trash the guy. He's a good guy. Trust me, I seen him. Front row.
Cool guy.
Super cool guy. I think he was on drugs long before he was doing that movie.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, but that was, like, the peak of it.
Oh, like the peak. That was the high.
Yeah,
no pun intended. That was like the highest Jason Mewes had gotten.
Well, yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, like, because he did the movies and everything, but then he started doing all the drugs and stuff. And Kevin Smith was like, you need to sober up. And so to help him sober up, he was like trying to help him. And then, hold on. Before I get too ahead of myself, I got to see what year this movie was made. Hold on.
Which one?
Zack and Murray Make a Porno.
That was like a 2011, 2012?
2008.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah, because he's in this movie because Kevin Smith directed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so...
Because he does the anal scene.
Yeah, because that's when he was like sober the first time. And Kevin was trying to get him like back into it.
Yeah.
But then after that, he fell hard.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then that's when he was like, you're my best friend, you got it. Sober up. And so that's when Jason Mewes started sobering up. And then they started doing their podcast, the Jay and Silent Bob Get Old. And what it started off as was just a weekly, how long you been sober? How long you been sober? And so every week they would do that. And then they just kind of still did it. And he would always just brag about how long he's been sober and writing it. You know, you were there. It was cool.
Yeah, I know I was there.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what they do. It's that accountability. So again, I don't. That was that time. So
that makes sense. But yeah, that movie exists, and I literally, I shit you not, I do not recommend that movie in any capacity whatsoever. I truly do not. It's just, it's not a good time for fucking anybody. Like, that's like us. I'm trying to think of something that like would have like the equivalent reach that isn't a video game, because video game movies are always bad.
Some book movies is kind of bad.
Some book movies are kind of bad. There's just a lot of bad things in the world, right?
People are one.
People.
COVID
like-
is better than people. There's probably some bad military movies, propaganda films.
Well,
Like if you know better and you watch them, like, yeah, that's not what happened.
so okay. To me, all military movies, for the most part, they're all wrong. So,
But they gotta do it to make it appealing to an audience, so obviously they have to take some liberties.
I get that. So, like, obviously, like, you know, like big time war movies like Saving Private Ryan or like Black Hawk Down,
Mm-hmm.
those are pretty good. But then there's other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Other B movie style movies.
B movies.
They're not good, and they're not supposed to be good. It's just amateurs making movies. So I use the Jarhead series as an example. That's not supposed to be a series. There was one book that was written by one guy, and they made the one movie.
They made sequels, or they were probably straight to DVD. I bet. I don't like straight to DVD movies. No offense, but
They were straight to DVD, straight to Netflix, all kinds of dumb shit.
you can keep your Hallmark classic straight TV movies with commercials.
That's kind of what they feel like. It's like a bad TV movie.
Ugh.
And so
I don't rock with those. They're not.
they're just over-the-top, dumb action movies that people will watch that they're like, bro, that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. But no one really likes those movies.
That's what we talked about earlier with RoboCop.
Oh, yeah.
Like how,
Or RoboCop or Rambo or Predator.
like they'll make a movie and then they'll make sequels to make money, but the sequels lose what the value of what the first one was about.
So, to be fair, though, there are some series out there that obviously made sequels probably to make money, but it worked.
Star Wars,
Star Wars is a good one.
to an extent.
To an extent, the Alien movies, but halfway.
Yeah, there's that one.
Alien
It's the third one that's
and
bad.
Aliens. Alien 3 is okay.
That's the one where she's on that weird planet, though, right? And she's not her; she's a robot clone. or
That's
whatever.
4. That's
That's
Resurrection.
the one.
That's Resurrection.
You stay away from that movie.
That's Resurrection.
But then you watch Prometheus.
So, okay, that's another thing. So, for me personally, I don't get the hate that those movies received. Prometheus and Alien Covenant. I thought they were good.
It's
The stories were a little long. They were a little drawn out.
I honestly think that it's just because there are some people who are like, when they see Prometheus and they watch it, like, oh, okay, whatever, it's a movie. I don't know what I watched. And then at the end, they're like, oh, it's an alien movie?
And I can see that.
Because that's the thing is nobody knows until after, and then that's when it's like, what?
But that's if you're just going into it blind.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not like those names, if you have seen Alien or any of those movies, like, you know those, like, especially the Wayland Corporation, like,
Yeah.
you know what that is.
But I still think it was just one of those, like, kind of caught off guard, because when you're seeing those, you're going to expect more of the alien.
And for sure, and I get that part.
But Covenant did it. They were
Covenant
like,
was
check
fucking
this
good.
out.
Covenant was fucking
We got
good.
an albino alien.
Albino.
Sí, they call me Spider.
Another one that started off great,
Uh-huh.
had a really fantastic sequel,
Mm-hmm.
but then started to kind of die off.
Predator.
Predator's another one.
The second.
Terminator.
The second
is
one's really cool.
Terminator, as far as I'm concerned, Terminator 2 is the best sequel to a movie series of all time.
Yeah, it's like the sequel is better than the first one.
I shit you not, I refuse to watch the first Terminator because T2 exists.
I like the first one. I love the first one.
Don't get me
It's,
wrong, the first one's good. It's classic. But T2 is just, it's so much better.
Mm-hmm. I just like T1 because it's just the whole concept is like, wow, this is cool.
And the whole concept is cool, and it's and that's why it was so successful, is because it's like, wow, a robot from the future came to kill this motherfucker.
Well, and that's what I think I like is it's the two guys from the future. One's human, and so it's a class of like the human versus the like unbeatable robot. But then the second one is the unbeatable robot versus the unbeatable robot. But it's not just about that. It's about like a whole story of drama. Then the third one's like,
that one was okay.
it's just more of like, again, I think they kind of lost the...
Because we were kids when that movie came out. When
2003, yeah.
When Terminator 3 came out.
The game was cool.
It was just cool. My favorite scene in that whole fucking movie
is when they... truck?
No. Is when they fucking get that motherfucker, when they pull Sarah Connor's grave out, or her casket, and it's just full of guns.
Oh, yeah.
And Arnold just fucking strong-arming that casket, and he's got the fucking minigun, he's just blasting all those fools. That shit's cool.
But this is what gets me. So, I don't care if I spoil the movie for you guys at this point.
No, the movie's been out for fucking
18
almost
years.
20 years now.
But at the end, when like they're in that bunker, and it's like, doesn't matter, the nukes are going off. You're like, dang. Then Genesis comes out, you're like, okay, whatever, cool little movie, whatever. But then they did Terminator Genesis, and I'm like, didn't the nukes? What am I missing?
So
then they did the other one, and I'm like, I must have missed something.
Because
they
Salvation
must have retconned something.
Salvation was okay for what it was.
That was the one about John in the future.
That was the one
Christian
about
Bale,
yeah,
right?
it was Christian Bale, but it was also that Sam Worthington guy who was like the biggest actor of the time because he was in Avatar, the James Cameron film.
Oh, and that movie was booty. It was cool looking, but
it was cool looking,
was,
but the story was weird.
Bro,
I get where they're coming from.
It was Smurfs in space, Dances with Wolves in space. That's what it was, bro. Dances with Wolves in space. Although but he the wolf in this movie.
Yeah.
With their ponytail, they went, "We're gonna connect. I love you."
And like, I don't know.
That's so weird to think.
Like, objectively, Avatar's a good movie.
Revolutionary.
It was revolutionary for sure. The next one's supposed to come out this year.
I doubt it.
I highly doubt it. I think that was just a whole...
That was the plan.
That was like the idea. But then they were like,
It was the plan. But if I learned anything from Parasite, plans are stupid.
Yo, I shit you not. I think about that a lot. About how I always have these plans and nothing ever works out. And I'm like, maybe I should just not have a plan.
Bro, Red Dead 2. Plan after plan.
No. See, I think with Red Dead 2, it's different, though.
You think he didn't have a plan? He just told everyone he had a plan?
He didn't have a plan, but as a leader, you have to keep people together.
Make them think you got a plan.
You have to make them think that you have a plan, that you know what you're doing, and that's why you're the leader. But as things start to progress in that game, I don't care if I spoil this fucking game either. If you haven't played it, you're stupid. Like, that's not even a fucking joke. Like, you're dumb. Like, that is... it's one of my all-time favorite games.
It's so cool.
It's so fun. It's so immersive. It's such a fucking good game. But when you get back from the tropics and you're in the last chapter of the game, kind of like I was telling you with that video that I had watched, and all of a sudden, all of these choices start to actually have an impact. And you actually have a hand in trying to redeem who you are as a character. Which is obviously the whole premise of the game.
Mm-hmm.
The fact of the matter is that Arthur knew at that point that Dutch didn't have a fucking plan.
That was the whole thing. That's when he figured it all out.
And he said, wait a second, no. This is all Dutch's fault. This is all happening because this fucking one guy is saying, hey, this is what's going on. I have a plan. Don't worry about it. But why is it that any time that the gang would follow Dutch's plan, some fucked up shit would happen? Blackwater Massacre, the bank job in Valentine.
And it was Micah's fault too, partially.
And it was Micah's fault after the Saint Denis bank robbery.
He was the
because
rat.
then he was the rat. But it's Dutch's arrogance and ignorance to the whole situation, where he says, No. This is the only guy because Micah is the only one who's a yes man. And
But
that's
he's
what
the
Dutch
one
wanted.
He's the one that's ratting you out the whole time.
And, like, I could sit there and talk about that for
Abigail, John, Little Jack, and all of them were like, no, Dutch. And Dutch is like leaving with the random people that he doesn't even know.
Doesn't even know.
Because they're like, yeah, Dutch. And then when Sadie's like, hang him, John. And if you don't hang him, Sadie just shoots him in the head. Ooh.
It's just
so well written.
It's such a good game, and it's so well written. And I could dump, like, when that game first came out, I think that first playthrough, I probably dumped at least 100 hours into. At least.
It was just...
And it's just, I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do in the game, for sure. But the fact of the matter is that there's even more that you can do and that you can understand. And if you really, like, try to sit there and objectively think about the game, it's too fucking good.
Well, in playing it, makes me, like, just want to, like, write a western. You know,
yo, I want to live that life. I'm not even kidding.
I just want to be like...
Like when we went to Bass Pro...
Green.
When we went to Bass Pro today, I was like, bro, it kind of blows that it's still too cold to, like, just go hang out in the woods. Because I was like, bro, I'm about to go hang out in the woods.
Yeah, man, hide from the timeshare people who trick you. Yeah, we
do
got
not
harassed.
do timeshares, people.
We got harassed by the timeshare folk. They was like, hey, sign up to win $1,000 for Bass Pro. So we say, cool. Bass Pro employees are doing some giveaway. Awesome. Then they're over here trying to talk to us about spending $179 and going to Nevada or someplace in Missouri. I was like, I'm not going to bougie Missouri.
You know what's
Ripley's
funny?
Believe It or Not. No.
No
one likes Ripley's Believe It or Not.
You know what's funny?
What?
I knew that the conversation was not going to happen, that I wasn't going to be into it. The moment he was like, before you guys leave, let me show you something.
I thought he was like just showing us something.
Nope.
Like,
I knew because, like, it sounds really fucking stupid, but when people are outside stores and they're like, hey, you got a minute to do this or that?
That's one thing. He was inside the store, caught me by surprise.
But that's even worse, though.
That means, bro, we got set up, bro. Bass Pro set us up. They said, hey, come sell this timeshare for Bass Pro. And all he did was tell us, they got bigger Bass Pro shops.
That's
in
all.
Missouri.
That's all.
Y'all ever been to Denver? 2 floors.
They said 2 floors up in Denver there.
2. Count them. 1, 2. I was like, shut the hell up, bro.
Dude, I was starting to get, like, tired.
I know,
in the conversation.
Here's the thing. I know when people aren't interested, but I try to, like, engage them to at least be like, you know what? It's your job. I want you to at least, you know, hey, this is pretty good. But I knew you were just like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think that's it. And it sounds really fucked up because it is just their job. And I've been in that position where it's like, I'm just trying to explain something to you. I know you're not interested, but, like, I just have to explain something to you.
But there's a difference between just explaining it and him being like, oh yeah, it's only $179. We take credit card and debit card.
My thing is that he just kept going.
Yeah, it's like... Yeah.
Like, you don't get the hint that I said, yeah, I'll have to think about it. My buddy said, I'll have to think about it. All of that stuff happens because, like, in the grand scheme of things, the trip doesn't sound like a bad idea. No, it really doesn't.
I legitimately am thinking, like, oh, but it's like
that'd be nice.
I said I'll think about it. That means we're done.
It says, I'll fucking come find you, Dan, if I have any fucking questions.
Let me tell you this. Did I say yes? No. Well, did I say no? No. Exactly.
So how about you fucking leave me alone? Let me fucking purchase the one thing that I came in here for.
Bro, yeah, you spent $5 there. And they want to try to have somebody hitting me up like, hey, you want to spend $179? Like, no.
It's like, yeah, I'd like to spend $179 on something that I can fucking use.
But I'm not. But then that's what we said. We said, yeah, what if we did go? We go to the timeshare, we just don't bring any money with us to the trip. And they're like, don't got no money. Well, we take credit card. I don't got none of those. Debit card, I canceled all my debits while I was gone in case somebody tried to steal my identity. I don't got no money for this. I don't think you understand. I'm not paying for no timeshare. Mm-hmm. I live in Colorado. I hardly leave my city as is. You want me to go to another state sometimes in another house that I share with people?
Like, it's just, like I said, I get where the guy's coming from. Like, it is his job. Do I care that it's his job?
You know, my job is not buying timeshares.
And so I remember growing up, this is a memory I might unlock for some people. I remember seeing commercials specifically about buying timeshares.
Yeah, all the time.
And always thinking, that doesn't seem like a bad idea. Then, growing up and realizing that timeshares are fucking pieces of shit, and it's not a scam.
It's just not for everybody.
It's not like a feasible enough way to invest your money.
No. Because then what, you have to try to sell your portion of your time in that, like... What if no one ever gives up and it's like, well, we all own this house?
And I think that's the problem with timeshares, is that's how they get them. Is it because it's old people? And they're like, oh yeah, I'll invest my money and I'll buy some land down in Florida to go do this.
And sure, then maybe they get to use it more and go out sometimes and like live in the house for, the month or however long they're going to be out there. But the furniture's already all furnished. It's somebody else's. Someone else been like,
Like,
what? You gotta trust that they're going to clean it.
Timeshares are like the boomer version of like an Airbnb.
You know what I'm going to do?
Without the guarantee that certain Airbnb things are going to occur.
I'm going to write a murder novel that takes place at a timeshare.
Just to dissuade people from buying timeshare.
Yeah, it'd be like, who killed him? It could have been anyone from the timeshare.
Could have been anybody from the timeshare.
Could have been anybody in general. No one was in the house. No one used it. But even recently, I heard a commercial where it's people who are like trying to help you get out of your timeshare contracts. Because they're like, are you in a timeshare? Nobody wants to be in a timeshare. And I was like, ooh. And all I could think about when he was talking, anytime he'd look at me, I'd be like, okay, pay attention again. But I just kept thinking about South Park when they're like trying to do that timeshare in Aspen. Aspen. Aspen.
But I don't know, man. Because, like, at first, it was a very strange thing. Because he was like, have you guys signed up? And I thought he was kind of like you had said. I thought that he was trying to get us to sign up for the rewards program.
Yeah, I was like, no, I didn't sign up for the rewards.
I said, no, I didn't sign up. And I said, oh, okay, that's a perfect chance to ask some questions. He said, we're giving away a $1,000 Bass Pro Shop gift card. So I said, okay.
Yeah, why
not thinking anything of it because I'm stupid. But then, that stupidity bit us in the ass. We were there because at that point I wanted to leave. Because I was like, okay, I think I got what we got.
Yeah, we went around the
I
store.
was on my way out the fucking door.
We had our laps. We looked at everything. Defense, warmth, gun, knife.
They got some nice guns there, though. They really do.
They got Bass Pro Fishing game for the PS4.
Well, it's not a Bass Pro game.
I thought it
necessarily, but it's Bass something.
I thought it was because
it's Pro Bass games. Fisher is what it is.
Pro Bass, yeah. Alliteration or whatever.
But
spoonerism. That's the wrong one.
Not to dissuade the people who work at Bass Pro Shop. They're all super nice.
But if you try to sell us a timeshare.
But if you try to fucking sell us a timeshare, like that's like the guy's probably sitting there and he's like, oh hell yeah, man, I got these sons of bitches.
That's not what Bass Pro is known for.
No, sir.
Are you trying to go hunting? Yeah, you ever been to Vegas? What?
How am I gonna hunt in Vegas? Mafiosos?
Poon.
Not even, bro.
Harpoon.
Not even. The fact that those guys, those fucking weird, grimy fucking people stand out there on the strip and they hand you those little fucking escort cards. That shit's fucked up.
I saw that video of the lady on the strip. She she's like wearing just like a little thong and like the pasties or whatever and a mask, and she's like shaking her booty, but like. Just,
I know what you're talking about. Super skinny lady, right?
Yeah.
She's old.
Like nothing wrong with you. More power to you. Body empowerment. I'm happy you're doing you, but at the same time,
you're making money out there because there's somebody out there.
Sir.
But no,
you're slut shaming. No, I'm not slut shaming.
I'm not slut shaming.
I don't care. I'm just saying. Her doing what she was doing, she looked zonked out of her mind.
Yeah.
Now you're being rude to addicts. You know what? I'll punch you in the fucking jaw.
I'd be rude to addicts, honestly. I don't think that they're good people.
Depends what they're
addicted to. But that's a whole different story.
It depends what they're addicted to, because everyone's addicted to something.
Nah, you could be addicted to fucking saving coupons from Burger King. No, sir.
I'm already there, boy.
1 week down.
Save on your... Oh, what?
Save on your faves.
thumb. Oh, wait, I don't want to be in the thumbnail.
Well, we can use that as a thumb. I mean, we can.
Check this out. Ready? Horror movie.
Oh, fuck. Which bee is it? But anyway.
How do I do this? I want to get half of your face, half of my face.
Just...
I'm bad at this angling thing.
Like right there. Like right there.
And then move forward. Hold on, I gotta move this forward so it gets half of your face and half of mine.
So then you gotta fucking move forward, you goof.
Just still comp.
Whatever. We'll
Everything's
figure it out.
backwards.
Dog, we can just take a picture later. That'd probably actually be easier.
Womp womp. I don't know. Fuck this. I hate it here. Not here, but here.
I hate the Burger King.
He messed up my order 2 different times today.
Who?
Burger King. Ask for a single. Pay for a single. Give me a double. Ask for no ice. They put ice. I ain't complaining, but it's like, don't ask for a lot, guys. I'm simple.
That's a whole separate conversation that I can have that a lot of people would not vibe with.
Brandon doesn't tip.
No, I do. I do tip. I don't like to tip. But...
I tip like baristas and stuff sometimes.
Sometimes.
At
I'll tip
Dutch-
like bartenders.
Dutch Bros, I always tip them because I know, they always got to be friendly and stuff.
Not
but
me.
I don't tip at Starbucks. Why not? Because I don't ask for a lot at Starbucks. At Dutch Bros, I feel like I ask for a lot more because I'm always picking it up for everybody else.
I feel like Dutch Bros, it's...
Plus, they be working up outside and stuff. I mean, that's a
I feel
jolly
like-
pick, but it's like, it is what it is. I mean, here's an extra $2.
Dutch Bros is kind of like the Chick-fil-A of like, the coffee world.
Not everybody even knows what Dutch Bros is. It's hard to
that-
forget that stuff sometimes,
That's alright. I've watched plenty of videos about top restaurants in each state.
What was ours?
Ours is Chipotle.
Really?
Chipotle was founded in Denver. I didn't know that.
Isn't it owned by McDonald's now, though? That's the one thing I think
I don't know.
Yeah, he sold it to McDonald's. That's why he on Shark Tank. He made all that money. Check this out. Hold on. Ew, that burped. Is Chipotle owned by McDonald's? Founded by whatever his name is, 1993. 16 restaurants, all in Colorado. McDonald's Corporation became a major investor in 98. Yeah, they fully divested. Yep, 2006 they took it over.
Oh, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
So by the time that I even knew what Chipotle was,
I love Chipotle.
I kind of like Chipotle.
I like their steak.
The more... So, okay. Another one of my 1,000 unpopular opinions. When was the last time you had Chick-fil-A?
It wasn't. No, I DoorDashed it like maybe a month ago or so.
So it's been about a month.
Yeah, not too long, but it was
The last time I had Chick-fil-A was probably
when I brought it to you that one time.
before that. It's probably been about maybe 4 or 5 months. It's been a long time. The reason it has been a long time is because before then, it had been so long that I had had Chick-fil-A
Mm-hmm.
that when I reintroduced myself into Chick-fil-A,
Mm-hmm.
I realized their food is not that good. In the grand scheme of things, they're just a chicken sandwich place. And it's very hard,
Mm-hmm.
in my personal opinion, to fuck a chicken sandwich up. I personally, again, this is just my opinion for everyone who's listening, I would rather have a McChicken from McDonald's
Mm-hmm.
than spend an extra $6 to get a spicy deluxe, which is not spicy ever. It's not spicy.
Yeah,
Ever.
it's weird because it's not spicy, and I don't.
It looks spicy
has-
because the fucking patty is red.
It has a bit
That's
of a
it.
kick, but it's not like.
It has a bit of a kick because they added one fucking pepper flake
but it's
to the
not.
fucking.
It's not.
It's not spicy. It's not a spicy chicken sandwich. Whereas if you get a fucking spicy McChicken
there's more
from
fat to it.
McDonald's, you get one of two. You're not getting a spicy McChicken, and it's just a chicken sandwich that has a red chicken patty, or that motherfucker's about to burn your asshole for weeks.
You know what is hot though? The one from Popeyes, because they put that sauce on there. Oh my god!
And that's why, and I shit you not, and I think that's why Popeye's chicken sandwich blew up the way that it did. Because people were like, oh yeah, Chick-fil-A is good. But this sandwich is a lot fucking better.
It is good. Well, and I think the reason why I've gone to Chick-fil-A so much less is...
They're expensive.
Well, not just that, but COVID. So when I was working from home, I wasn't going over that way as much, you know? And so when I did DoorDash a few times, like they had this... Their thing on DoorDash was a little bit weirder to use because it wasn't like, what meal do you want? It's like, what items do you want?
Yeah.
And I was like, why can't I just get the meal?
Can I just get the meal,
I want to pay for the sandwich and the drink and the fries. That's 3 separate. That's more than...
That's expensive.
And so I got it like a few times, but I was like, I just can't. I can't justify this. DoorDash with their fee and this is just too much.
And their fucking fries are ass.
But if you get the Popeyes spicy chicken combo, you get the regular size drink, the regular Cajun fries or whatever size you want, and the sandwich, it's only $8.
And that shit's fire. It's so fucking good.
And then the delivery, I think, is like $4, so it's $12, and then tip and tax. So it's less. What I'm saying is, it's less to just do that. And if you're gonna go to the drive-thru, it's Sunday. You're like, I want some chicken. Chicken fillet closed. Guess what's not closed?
Popeyes.
But then again, you gotta be careful because some Popeyes they be messing everything up.
And so, and I mean,
When I thought they gave me a rat.
it's fucking like it's so funny when you talk shit about Chick-fil-A, how upset people get. You talk shit about Burger King, everybody understands. You talk shit about McDonald's, everybody understands. Same thing with Wendy's, all those. But God forbid you fucking talk shit about Chick-fil-A.
But here's the thing too.
Like people who love Chick-fil-A acts like Chick-fil-A is immune to criticism.
But here's the thing, and this is I want to make sure I'm very clear on this. I love Chick-fil-A. I really do.
Like
I
don't
love
get me
it.
wrong, it's good.
But because I like it so much, I'm more critical of things that happen with it. Because I'm like, why is this happening?
And their lettuce is always soggy.
I
Next time
want-
you get a spicy chicken, next
No, I already know. Because they put this, what they do with the tomato and stuff. No, and because that's what I always do is I'm like, I want to give you guys my money, but you're making it complicated for me to give you the money.
Oh, but how dare you talk about God's chicken? It's
Well,
not God's chicken.
I'll give you just because you a Christian organization, that don't mean you God's chicken. Because my church I go to, they sell chicken.
They sell better chicken than Chick-fil-A.
I get a breakfast, and guess what? They open on Sunday. What?
That's like, and so like, for me, that's like the biggest thing. So, that kind of goes like into Chipotle.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in the military, Chipotle was one of two people. One, you really liked Chipotle, or two, you had never heard of Chipotle. / I'd been there once. That place was fucking gross.
Really? People didn't like Chipotle at that?
A lot of people, especially a lot of my Hispanic friends.
Is it something that like the ones out there in California, or just
I don't
in
know
general?
I don't know if it's just in general, but a lot of my friends who had been to Chipotle, either before they'd been in the military or while they were in, said they didn't like it.
That's crazy to me.
Which is funny.
It's not bad. I get everyone has their own
But
thing.
Chipotle is also fucking expensive. You get a decent amount of food,
Yeah, it'll fill you up, but
it is expensive.
also they kind of like cook it like fresh. So I don't know because like the steak you see them,
But like you can see them cook steak, but that's not the steak you're getting.
unless you like that.
Unless you just happen to go during a lunch rush.
But it's just weird. I don't know because I've been to places where like there are certain restaurants like in chains that I won't go to anymore, like in certain locations. But there are other ones that I do go to. Like there's 2 Albert Tacos out here.
You go to the one by Doherty?
Yeah, the one by the high school, they've never like hurt me. They've
Uh-huh.
always made good stuff. I went to another one, the other Albert Tacos, bro. Oh my gosh,
Where's the other one at?
It's down like
Down south somewhere?
Yeah,
That's why.
But the thing is, you would think Albert Tacos, they get the same ingredients. They should do the same thing.
Well, to be fair, you could apply that logic to every restaurant.
But that's the thing is, I do, and that's why I get upset. So that's why I don't like crap on a whole restaurant if I know
I
it's
just
just
crap on one location.
Yeah, because if I know, hey, this place is terrible, but
that other one's good.
the one up here is solid, I'm like, oh, cool. Which is like, they closed down the Drifters by like where I work. Not a problem. I'm just like, why'd they close this one down? The other one isn't bad by any stretch of the imagination, but this one I've never seen business at until In-N-Out came up. The other one though by the mall was always popping, but that's the one
busy.
they closed.
I think so. Me and my mom actually had a theory about that.
Is it because that's where the In-N-Out is?
It's not because of where the In-N-Out is at. It's because of the area that it's in.
Mm-hmm.
That rent is expensive.
And, that's fair. That
Because
could
it's a nicer side of town
Mm-hmm.
compared to where the original Drifters is at. That down there, you can kind of get away with, say, being closed on Sundays or having limited hours.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are going to go there during the hours because they're fucking good. No cap. If you ever come to Colorado Springs, Drifters, Garden of the Gods, and Mark Dabbling, that place is fucking fire. Like, no joke. It's In-N-Out, but I shit you not. There's just something about it. It's better. Their fries are super fucking good. There's just something about it. And they have breakfast.
But we're from California. In-N-Out is the greatest. You know what? The owner of Drifters is from California, and he was an In-N-Out guy.
He used to work for In-N-Out.
So he took all the stuff, but guess what he did?
Made it better.
He made it better. He took all the good stuff. You ever get yourself animal style, wild style, whatever you call it, bro? Ooh. It's like where he puts the mustard and he cooks it and
To me, that's not a huge deal, personally. I just think their burgers are good. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's... I think it was just because, like, that place hasn't been around, like, a long time.
Their Sody Pops is crisp.
Shut the fuck up. Their Sody Pops are crispy.
Their Sody Pops is crisp and cool and refreshing. Their fries is soft yet crunchy. And their burgers is scrum-dum-dilly-optious.
But, also, to be fair, I think that's, like, the perfect spot to have it because it's right off the interstate.
Yeah. And it's not a bad area by any stretch of the imagination.
No, it's not like a fucking like a run-down part of town.
It's just a cheaper area.
It's just a cheaper area to live in.
Because in that area, you got a Carl's Jr., a gas station,
but
the swim schools, and you teach the kids how to be guppies.
What the fuck are you talking about?
There's a swim school right there, the swim academy.
What?
It's like built in with like an Italian restaurant.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay. Yep, I know what you're
Weird
talking
combo,
about.
I know.
Anyways, but yeah, I just... Like a restaurant that I wouldn't say that I love, but it's not a restaurant that I hate is Subway.
Subway.
I know there's a meme out there that says, "How can you hate a Subway sandwich? Like you're the one who made the sandwich."
Because it's sitting out all day.
But the ingredients are sitting out all day.
I mean, I get that they toast it, but sometimes you don't want it toasted. You know, you want a Jimmy John's cold sub, but not at Jimmy John's cold sub prices.
But like, I'm not a toasted sub kind of guy anyway.
I like the toast. I like the cheese.
Every once in a while,
but then
it's
again,
not bad.
I get a chicken, and I don't want no cold chicken either. So
I get the steak and cheese, and it's not a big deal to me.
No,
because of all the other shit that I put on it. It's like I don't want like warm meat, cold vegetables.
You know,
that's where I have to disconnect.
I'll draw a line here. Say you get a veggie delight and you say toast it, I'm fighting you. I don't care who you are.
Or if you're like, yeah, I want a meatball marinara, and they're like, okay, yeah, with cheese, you put some cheese on there, and then they're like, okay, is that it? And you're like, yeah, can you put some olives on there? No fucking sir. No fucking sir.
I like olive, but that don't mix. It don't go on that sandwich.
I remember one time I made I don't know what it was that I was thinking. I was a kid. But I was like, yeah, can I have some, like, I was like trying to make like a regular sandwich, but it was a meatball marinara. So I'm like, yeah, can I get some lettuce and some onion and fucking... My dad's looking at me. He's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You're all excited. Like,
I'm like, hell yeah, I can't wait for this sandwich. And so we sit down, and my dad goes, why'd you do that? And I said, what? I said, why'd you ruin that sandwich? I said, what the hell are you talking about? He goes, that sandwich. Why'd you put lettuce on there? Now you have hot lettuce. He starts putting all these doubts in my mind. I'm like, oh, fuck, I fucked this sandwich up. And he says, nope, gotta eat it. You put that on your sandwich, you have to eat it.
You think that's bad?
Oh, no, what did you do?
When I was a kid.
I asked them to chill my Carl's Jr. Big Bacon Burger.
It's worse than that. I go to Subway, and I'm like, oh, chicken teriyaki. What's the sauce you put on the chicken teriyaki?
Teriyaki sauce.
The sweet onion. You put that on there.
Okay,
it
yeah.
compliments it. Not me, bro.
You put
Mustard.
buffalo.
Mustard. I said, heck yeah. And I eat it happy as can be. And my mom would always just be like...
She's like, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, and then you can tell. Guy at Subway, I remember the first time anyone ever asked me about it. Well, no, that was my sandwich. I always did it. It wasn't a big deal. I was like, ooh, this tastes good. It's a nice little mix. And then one day, I go sit with my mom, order my usual, and the guy goes, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Huh?" He's like, "Well, I mean, it's just, I don't really recommend it. I mean, I'd recommend the sweet onion sauce." And I was like, "But I don't like onions." He's like, "No. Just trust me." And that was the time I was like, "I'll take a leap of faith." And ever since then, I was like, "Oh, sweet onion, oh."
That sweet onion sauce at Subway is it's fucking good.
Yeah, but little Kimmy has teriyaki, mustard, jalapeno, banana, pepper sandwich going, spicy, mustard.
Yeah, so that's the one thing. I've never asked a Subway in the United States of America to do this. But they had a Subway out in Kuwait.
Oh, no.
So, I had never heard of this before. Some guy goes in there. We're waiting in line. And he goes, "Yeah, can I get a whatever sandwich it was that he had ordered?" But he goes, "Can I get double meat?" And I watched them. These fucking Kuwaiti workers, contracted for the U.S. government.
Double meat.
So, we'll use the Italian BMT as the example.
Uh-huh.
You get 3 pieces of ham, about 5 to 6 pieces of salami, and 5 to 6 pieces of pepperoni. That's it. That's the meat on your fucking sandwich. This motherfucker asks for double meat, and he get double of all of that. And I said, "What the fuck?" So I was so nervous. The first time I seen that happen, I didn't do it. I said, "I'm gonna do that." I got up to order, and I was like,
I don't know.
"Can I just get an Italian BMT, please?"
Well, the thing about that...
But they charge you for that extra meat.
Yeah, because...
Which makes sense.
I remember when I found out that they do that. Because they used to always ask me if I wanted extra cheese, and it's extra. I'm like, "Oh, I'll do it extra cheese. Why not?" But then one day, they started asking me, "You want extra meat?" And I was like, "Huh?" What? Like, "It's extra." I'm like, "What?" And out of curiosity, one day, he's like, "Did you want extra meat?" And I was like, "Oh, he's like, it's $1 extra." I was like, "Yeah." And he puts it on there, and I'm sitting there looking at this thing, and I'm like, trying to like measure it out. Like, how did he fit this? Where'd this come from?
Therein lies my problem with Subway. Because I like adding as many of the vegetables as I can. I'm not a huge jalapeno guy on my sandwich.
I do few jalapenos,
and I'm not an olive guy. I'll eat olives, but there's just something about an olive on a sandwich, to me at least, that I'm just like.
It's a salad thing, so I get it.
Or it's just like a nacho thing or whatever.
Or if you put it on the toothpick, it's different. It's on top.
Yeah,
there's a whole thing. But yes.
So I would say, can I get all of the vegetables except jalapenos and olives? To this day, same way.
All the vegetables, I got you.
And so, they'd have to try to fucking cram all of these fucking vegetables onto this sandwich. And my fucking bread would always split. And I'm not a fucking dry sandwich kind of guy. Fuck no. If I ever see any of you motherfuckers pull 2 pieces of bread, a meat, and a piece of cheese and slap that shit together and call it a fucking sandwich, 2 things better be going on. 1, you better be under the age of 7, and 2, you better be fucking broke. And you cannot afford mayonnaise. At a bare minimum, mustard.
I love mustard.
No. I would put barbecue sauce on a sandwich just to ensure that the sandwich was not fucking dry.
Well, and lately what I've been doing at Subway, just because it's kind of been like a social experiment, and it hasn't really let me down. There's been some sandwiches where I'm like not a big fan of it, but it's still decent and tolerable. Mm-hmm. But I've just been going in, and sometimes they ask me, well, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "Just do it." And I go in there and like, "What do you want?" And I'll give them the idea. I'm like, "I want a foot long." And they're like, "Okay." I'm like, "Whatever you want to make." And they're like, "What?"
You know what I would do? I would fuck your world up.
This one guy, he was my favorite. He took the advantage of it the way I asked him to. He was like, "All right, foot long sounds good." He's like, "I'm going to do this sandwich." I was like, "Sounds good." And he goes, "Do you want extra meat?" And I was like, "What did I tell you?" He's like, "Extra meat it is." I'm like, "You extra cheese?" I was like, "Again, what did I tell you?"
Sandwich.
Yeah. He's like,
"Make me a sandwich that you would want to eat."
Yeah, and so that's what he's doing. And as he's doing it, he's explaining to me why he's doing it. And so he did this thing. So he toasted it for me, right? I'm like, "Okay, cool." And he pulls it out, and it was like the Philly thing. But then he takes like the peppers and stuff. He puts them on there. He puts all his other stuff together, and he's like, "Now watch this." He puts it back in the toaster. He's like, "What this is gonna do to the peppers?" And he's like explaining it to me, and I'm like, And then he pulls out. He puts this special sauce on, a chipotle sauce. He puts it in the toaster just a little bit longer. Pulls it out. He's like, "Now the chipotle's gonna have like a smokiness to it." And I was like, "What the hell?" And he gets it all done. Bro, best sandwich I ever had from Subway. And I always tell them, I'm like, "What's your job title?" "Sandwich artist." I'm like, "Exactly, artiste." So you just make whatever. You just do it. Is there anything you don't want? I told you already. And I always tell them, like, if I don't like it, I'm not gonna come back here again.
Then if I do come back here, I'm gonna make sure that you're not the motherfucker making my sandwich.
Yeah, like that's it. That's the ultimatum. And if I get that survey at the end, I'll be like, fucked up the whole sandwich. I told you. But I'm not a dick, so like even the ones that haven't been the best weren't bad. It was just some people like, ooh. So here's what it is. B!
What about it?
We're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I say we might make this one a little bit longer. I don't know though.
I want to get to 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
That's not gonna happen, bro. You have to time it so fucking perfect.
No, not end it, but I just want to see it be 1.
Oh,
1,
gotcha.
1.
But yeah, like
It's 40 seconds away. We're close.
Like Pizza Hut is another thing.
I
love Pizza Hut.
I love it, dude. The crust is so good.
Yo, you're about to not like this opinion either.
You don't like the crust.
I think that the Pizza Hut pizza is far better than the Domino's pizza.
Why wouldn't I like that?
Because you seem like a Domino's crust kind of guy.
No, I love the Pizza Hut crust. My problem is...
Is it the sauce?
No, there used to be a Pizza Hut outside my house where there's an IHOP. It's no longer there. And the one that's on the Fillmore Avenue doesn't deliver to my house. Make-A-Wish! It won't matter to them because we got an intro that's going to come up before it. But they, yeah, so they don't deliver to my house. So the closest one I have that delivers is Domino's. So that's the one I have the rewards points with them, but I prefer Pizza Hut because I like the sauce. I prefer the crust. I just like the Pizza Hut pizza better. It's more like of a flakiness to it, and they do that cheesy crust. Ooh.
So, growing up as a kid, Domino's was kind of on its way out.
Yeah.
It really was. Do you want to know why Domino's?
Because it was crap.
Reinvented their image? A, because it was crap, but B, you want to know what reinvented their image?
What?
Their fucking crust. It wasn't until they introduced the crust that they have now on a basic pizza that all of a sudden Domino's was the shit.
Well, even still, I remember when they did that because they made the change and it had like a sweetness to it and it was a lot better. But I've noticed in the recent years it's declined. It's no longer the same, and it pisses me off because every time I get the Domino's pizza, I'll eat a few pieces. I'm like, cool, I'm getting pizza, but then I'm like,
I kind of feel like shit.
Yeah, and that's why I
really
try to get
feel
their
like shit.
sandwich instead. I get a little sandwich and be like, all right.
Even
cool.
their sandwiches, bro.
But it's like,
The whole thing about Domino's gone down right downhill. I'm not saying that Pizza Hut is the greatest pizza place of all time by any means.
domino
I've had
effect,
some really
bro.
fucking good pizza.
No pun intended. Domino effect went downhill.
Like, I've had some really good pizza from other places.
Yeah.
Papa John's is okay.
Now it's not as good. I don't know what's wrong
It's
with them.
because they don't have better ingredients, better pizza. They don't have Papa John. They have nobody.
Do you know he's on TikTok?
Yo, for real?
Yeah. I was watching a video. Someone sent him a message. It was the Papa John's pizza and it was all messed up. And he's like, Papa, they're messing up the pizzas. And he went, oh!
Like,
If I can
I'm
find
not
it, I'll show
condoning
you.
Papa John's actions by any means. But the fact of the matter is, did you turn your volume down?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I made sure of that.
Is he verified? Yo, he is!
Here it is. He had a heart attack, y'all, if you didn't see that.
Like I said, I'm not condoning the guy's actions by any means, but I feel kind of bad for him. Like, imagine
wife
you
left
build
him.
you build this company, right? You and me, let's say, we decide, you know what, the whole podcast thing's not working out. Whatever. You know what we both love? Pizza.
I love pizza.
We'll make the B&B pizza place.
Biza. Leaning Tower, Biza.
Something really stupid.
Tweedledee and Tweedle Pizza.
We go all these years. All of a sudden, our company gains a lot of traction. Boom.
We take pictures like this back to back.
Better pizza, better ingredients, Papa B's.
B and Biza.
Something stupid, whatever. The pizza company blows up.
Bumblebees.
We're on a board meeting one time. One of us happens to say something stupid. I won't go into details. Something stupid.
Sounds like shag.
You're an adult. Use your.
Yeah, that's a word people don't like.
Use your imaginations.
Yeah.
They smoke them in England.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Cigarettes.
Idiots.
Smonks,
let's go. So, board decides, hey, we don't like that. Can't say that word no more. You guys are fucking fired.
My board.
So then, we're fired. Now we're back at square one. We said, what the fuck? I guess we'll start the podcast again.
Gotta sell my stock.
I gotta sell my stock. Insider trading. It's not illegal if you're in the government. It's not. I'll get into that later.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, so now we're back at square one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pizza company's not taking off. Well, our pizza company did take off.
Without us.
But now it's gone. It left us behind.
Everything we did for the company. Out am I?
So, now, you have to download a child app just to stay somewhat relevant.
You verify.
And you see that your pizza company's falling the fuck apart. And you said, look, I get what I said was not correct. It was an honest mistake. It's something that from our youth, I'm sure from his youth, it was probably something that was pretty commonplace.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas
he's
our word is also something that is from our time. It wasn't something that was bad. But, people change. But sometimes I still use that word. And it feels good. It feels good. Because people are stupid. People are human. You say dumb shit when you're mad, right? That's why breakups occur the way they do. Because you said, no, you have a fat fucking throat. Not a fat neck. Throat, bro.
Right here. Adam's apple.
Fucking fat throat.
You got Adam's blood orange.
You fucking got Adam's pomelo.
Adam's grapefruit.
You got fucking some fat shit right there. Right? Because you mad.
Adam's donk.
But he's not supposed to have one. Anyway, the fact of the matter is that poor guy is now seeing his pizza company from the outside. I bet for him it's kind of like having like an out of body experience, and where he's like, holy shit, like that used to be mine. That was my company.
People used to make the memes. Papa's in the house.
Papa's in the house. Peyton Manning had the fucking Papa John's logo stenciled into his fucking forehead after Super Bowl 50. And he said, Papa John, I just want my family back.
Papa John said, it puts the lotion on its skin.
And Papa John predicted the whole shit. He said, if I don't eat 30 pizzas in 30 days, the world will start to destroy itself. And guess what happens? In 2020.
Oh my gosh.
There's a whole fucking thing about that, bro.
And his wife left him, and golly, Papa John's is responsible.
I wouldn't say Papa John's is responsible. I would just say the guy's he's a victim of his circumstance. Like, it's his fault 100%. Because out of all of the things that you could say, that's the one thing you can't say. You know what I mean? Especially as a white person. Like, you cannot say that.
In a board meeting.
In a board meeting, of all places. Like, I get it. It's all of you and your rich, white, crony friends. You might think to yourself, I think I could get away with it. Let me try it. But I'll try it somewhere small. Like you always do. Like when you're a kid and you say, I'm going to steal something. What you steal? Something dumb. Pack of gum, can of water.
Jolly Rancher.
Can of water chestnuts. Something real small, concealable, whatever.
Something without a barcode on
Something
it.
without a barcode on it, preferably.
Yeah. They said
You steal the shit off of the freezer doors.
You open the pack of candy and you grab one out and go, You've already eaten the evidence, but no.
Nope.
You out here just saying, I'm going to take the TV outside.
You said, I'm going to ring the PlayStation 5 up as a tomato.
And they're going to catch you.
They're going to find you.
Fighting for my life. I have a daughter.
But then, you go to a board meeting. You say, okay, I said it once and I got away with it. Now it's time for the big leagues, boys. He only tried his plan once. It worked the one time. A, because he was lucky. People, 2, didn't understand him. Or 3, people heard what he said and they were kind of like...
He didn't say that.
There's no way he didn't say that.
Papa's in the house.
They were like, he didn't say that.
He's too wholesome. Sad hood movie.
They were like, no, there's no way he said that. Did he say that? Then it's office gossip. And they're like, no, there's no way he said that. There's no way. But I think he did. But I don't want to confront him. He's Papa John.
He's the CEO.
Then he goes to his board meeting. Guess who they introduce? Newest board member. His plan's gone to shit. But you know what? Papa John is a man he's a man of resolve. He knows what he wants. So he says it anyway. Thinking, maybe I can get away with it. Didn't get away with it. He's not even close.
Can you repeat what you just said for me? Yeah, I said...
It's like that scene in Wolf of Wall Street when he's talking to the FBI agent on his boat, and the FBI agent goes, can you say that again? Exactly the way you just said it. And then his dumbass is like, oh shit, they're trying to incriminate me. No, that's not what I said. Technically speaking, blah, blah, blah.
Technically speaking, you're under arrest, douchebag.
Look, that's a whole other story for a whole other time. But the fact of the matter is, I feel bad for Papa John, but at the same time, I get what happens to him.
Yeah, I get it. At the same time, I can't feel bad for like rich people. They got enough money.
I don't care about rich people, in all honesty.
They know what they're doing. They got their money. Like, you make a mistake, that's on you, bro. Lil Uzi put a diamond in your head, bro. If you get robbed,
you caught lacking, bro. If you caught lacking, bro.
Not even.
Prepare
you
yourself.
Sleep the wrong way. You get stuck on a pillow.
I think there's probably safety measures in place for that kind of thing to happen.
Well, because he even said if he gets pulled out the wrong one, he can die. And that's why I was like, hey,
no offense, Lil Uzi, it's probably for the best.
You walk out on the wrong snowy day. Ow! You run into the wrong purple titan.
That was my favorite meme. Because it was a gif of Thanos ripping it out of fucking Vision. It was like me catching Lil Uzi lacking out of the studio.
It's like, I don't get it, but I can't feel bad for rich people when things happen to them. Marilyn Manson, don't feel bad for you. You were racist.
No, sir, I don't. Dude, he just looks wrong. Like, if I were to see Marilyn Manson in person, you know how sometimes when, even if you know you're supposed to be there, or you've been there before, you kind of get that feeling, like, in your butthole, where you feel like you shouldn't be there. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that over-nervousness, like your body's like trying to protect you.
Like when you're leaving the store and you didn't buy anything.
Kind of sort of.
And you're like, I didn't do anything
but
wrong.
Worse. Like you're just like walking around outside in the dark.
Kind of like when you're worried that like you don't want to leave the 7-Eleven because the crackhead's out there. You're like, you're going to ask me for money.
And like your butthole is just real tight.
And as soon as you open the door, hey man. Or someone tries to sell you a timeshare.
Or someone trying to sell you timeshare.
At the Bass Pro Shop.
But, you know, your butthole get real tight.
Tight butthole.
That's what that's like.
Yeah, no, I can't feel bad, man. You famous and you mess up, that's on you, bro. You make money and you mess up.
That's how I feel when I see Marilyn Manson. It's just like,
What's his real name?
Chuck.
Really?
No. I don't know if it is
I'll
Chuck.
I'll be chucking my dick in girls without their permission. Marilyn Manson.
It's something stupid. It's
Real name. Brian Hugh Warner.
That's the whitest, especially the way that Hugh is spelt.
It is white. Look at him. He's painted white, bro.
But that's the thing. Like, he paints himself. Like people look at that and they're like, "Oh my god, I want that. That guy is my idol." Really?
So artsy. So 80s. Shut up, bro. I hate you, Marilyn.
It's
a beautiful people. You gained weight, bro. You ugly.
I never liked the guy. I thought that his music was like below subpar in the first place. That's just my opinion.
He had maybe 2 songs I liked. Beautiful People and the cover of Sweet Dreams.
Sweet, like, don't get me wrong, but that's it. Other than that, like, you'd pay money. You would work overtime, Mordecai and Rigby style, to go to a Marilyn Manson concert. That's your goal in life? I got nothing. I got no words for you, pal.
Nah, I can't.
Nothing.
I can't.
Absolutely 0 words. I don't care. Jeff Bezos stepping down. I don't know why he's stepping down.
He got too much money.
He got too much money. He don't care.
He don't need it.
I would say that the one cool rich person on the planet
Elon Musk
is Elon Musk, just because of his personality.
And because he has goals. He's not.
But he does have goals. He's not like Jeff Bezos, who's like, well,
I made $1 million.
I don't know.
Yeah, Elon Musk is like, let's take it to outer space.
He's like, I want to fucking dig a tunnel under LA to help with traffic. Like, I think I can solve the traffic problem in LA. We'll try it in LA because it's smaller than New York. Because New York's already got a subway system.
Yeah.
But New York's got a huge, traffic problem, despite the fact that they have a subway system. But in LA, they don't have a subway system. Let me try it in LA. Let's take people to Mars by 2025. Or whatever year it was. I just think that he's a more likable person. Because I think he knows what it's like to be poor.
And he has more personality.
He doesn't seem like a he. I'm Jeff Bezos.
However, he did name his kid a he.
So, I heard that they couldn't name their kid that.
Well, like, no.
Because of some weird legal thing.
Really?
I don't remember, though.
You can't name your kid a bunch of numbers. What?
He's sick.
XB boo blah boo blah. Star Wars bounty hunter.
We'll just name her Brittany. But
that's how you pronounce it?
I have no idea. But the fact of the matter is it's... I don't care about those rich people. You know who I do care about that's rich? That shouldn't be rich? Government officials. How is it? We'll use Colorado as a prime example.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be willing to bet that our fine Governor Polis, has gotten rich.
He has
out of this whole
already
thing.
been rich.
And he was already rich. That's the thing. How the fuck are you rich running for governor? How do people look at that and they'll be like, oh yeah, that's aight.
That's the person who knows how we poor people think.
That's how the person who knows, he's the guy who knows what it's like to have to work 3 jobs. While my wife / husband or whatever, my spouse, has to work 2 jobs.
But then again, I'm only judging that based off like what I see now. I don't know how he grew. He could have been poor. He could have really worked himself like to the bone and been like, I make money now.
Nope.
He didn't?
I'm saying no. Even if he did, I don't believe it. Because poor people will always know where they come from. Always.
Sometimes.
Especially poor people. Like broke people. Gene Simmons from Kiss is a perfect example. That motherfucker is super stingy with his money now. He hates spending money. He's rich and he's famous, but he fucking hates spending money because of the way he grew up.
And he an asshole about it too. Like, it was just this thing where he was like doing this like event, like some CD, whatever he was trying to release, and he was like, "Yeah, you can buy it for this, and this." He's like, "But if you buy it for $10,000, I will personally come to your house and deliver it to you." I was like, "You're not worth $10,000, Gene Simmons. Take that tongue and get out of here." More power to you. If you had $10,000 to pay, to see Gene Simmons, go for it.
That's fine.
I've always said this.
I don't.
If I get rich enough the money for it, you're not gonna think I'm rich. You're gonna be like, hey, when'd you get a house? I'm like, oh, I got a house. But you're not gonna be like, oh, you in the Hamptons? No.
I don't want to move to the Hamptons. I don't want to fucking live next to Tom Cruise. That fucking midget, bro.
Look at your window, he jumping on the couch. Hey, what's he doing over there?
Him and fucking Ellen are the same height.
Or you be looking through your binoculars, you see Tom Cruise, you take him down, turn, look, talk to someone like, hey, I don't know what he's doing. Put him back up, he's gone. You put him back down and go, where is he? And then as you get ready to put him back up, he just pops at your window like, hey, friend.
No, sir.
That's what I think Tom Cruise, man, ooh.
Like Tom Cruise, I'm not about it. I don't care about 99% of celebrities, honestly. I'd fucking hate to live next to like Tom Hanks. I feel like Tom Hanks is a real fucking asshole. Garth Brooks is the same way. He's the best-selling musical artist of all time. There is zero way that guy is not a fucking scumbag.
I don't know, I heard he was nice.
I heard he's nice too, but...
Because he made all the country fans mad at him.
Yeah, because he fucking sang a song at an inauguration.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine? We're invited. Our pizza company is invited to cater to the inauguration. People are like, fuck your... Like, could you imagine?
At that
There'd
point,
be people out in this world that if Domino's... If let's just say Joe Biden decided, I want kind of something relaxed. I'm a pizza guy. Domino's... The U.S. government will pay you, say, $100 million to cater the inauguration. Or however much money. We'll pay you to cater the inauguration. Everybody gets a slice of pizza. There'd be people out there who are so hardcore against Biden that they would then be so hardcore against Domino's, despite the fact that Domino's could have been their favorite restaurant in the whole world, that they said, fuck you, I'm switching to Pizza Hut.
you know
That's what that's like.
If I was in that position, I'd
Garth
do this.
Brooks used to be my favorite country music artist until he sang at that fucking commie bastard Biden's inauguration.
I take the money the government gave me. I wipe my teeth.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh my gosh, you don't like it that I didn't like Trump. You didn't like it that I sang it at an inauguration. Oh my god, please cry some more about how the government keep fucking you and how your life is shitty because you've been working 4 jobs since you was 16. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. I do not like that dog barking. I can hear it.
You're always barking at this time of night, though.
Yeah, that's the fucked up thing, though. It's 10 o'clock at night, bro.
He
Why?
always, but I don't know, man. I feel like he go out and he go pee, but then like he hears something.
He a fucking squirrel.
Do squirrels
Something.
even be up at this time of night?
I don't know what squirrels' bedtimes are.
I ain't
If I'm
never
being
seen a
honest.
squirrel run around at night. It's only during the day.
Maybe squirrels evolve into raccoons. Maybe squirrels are the werewolves, but instead of werewolves, they're were-raccoons.
They turn into the raccoon.
And they just turn into raccoons, because I've never seen a raccoon run around in the daytime. This kind of reminds me of that argument that they had in Scary Movie 3, where they said, I ain't never seen a rat inside. And he said, yeah, because when a rat goes inside, it becomes a mouse. When a mouse goes outside, it becomes a rat. That's why you never seen a rat inside, and that's why you never seen a mouse outside. What's their bedtime?
Squirrels?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, I thought that's what you were Googling. That's
No,
why I
I
asked.
keep getting all these dumb news updates, and so I try to clear them all out.
I see.
When do squirrels sleep? Here we go. Ground squirrels live on or ground and not trees. Gray squirrels, however, sleep in tree nests. Now, how, when? They ain't giving me. Do squirrels come out at night? Oh, let's see here. They active during the evening and early morning hours. During the night, squirrels will settle down and spend the night resting in their den. They sleep at night. They just go in their den. I don't know what time it is, but like probably when the sun start going down, that's when they start probably heading home.
Mm-hmm.
They probably out in the morning gathering stuff, and then they spend their day chilling. And then before the sun to go down, they probably run out, get some more supplies, and then take it in and watch their favorite shows. ER, Grey's Anatomy, House. I feel like squirrels be watching doctor shows.
I feel like if animals had access to technology and they could process, like, pure, simple television, I think they'd fucking destroy themselves as an animal society. Because squirrels would start seeing shit like... We'll start them off real basic, like, over-the-air stuff. It's like PBS. You don't need a cable to watch PBS. You just need a good signal. They'd watch America's Test Kitchen and be like, no, you're fucking wrong for cooking that shit that way.
It needs more nut.
It needs more nut. It needs more fucking bark. Whatever.
It needs more everything. What are you putting meat in there for? Do they eat pine? No, they don't eat pine needles. They don't make nests, right? They just...
Who?
Squirrels. They just burrow themselves into a den. They live inside the tree. Or...
See, that's a weird thing, though, because, like, a nest is a den.
But I mean, like a bird nest is way different than, like, a squirrel's, like, little hidey hole or whatever.
Oh, of course. Because I think with squirrels, they build a den, or like a bear den, because it's something that's more, in your terms, defense. Right? They don't have the external, like, they don't have, like, the power of flight.
Right.
So they have to be able to defend themselves in something it's like a very, like, for us. I don't know about y'all psychopaths, but I sleep with my door closed.
Yeah.
Why? Because if someone kind of come fucking busting in this bitch in the middle of the night, I know that someone's coming into my fucking room. So that way, I'm not just sleeping, and then all of a sudden, I'm dead.
You just don't wake up.
Do you want to know who would fucking die? My parents. They fucking get wrecked.
They got their door open.
They get fucking wrecked. They sleep with their door open for the fact that, well, we don't want the cats feeling like they can't sleep in here. They can't. I'm sorry. They can come in here during the daytime when I'm in here.
They got their beds and everything downstairs.
But even when I'm in here by myself, minding my business,
mm-hmm.
the door is closed. Why? So no one can fucking just what the fuck you doing in here without me knowing.
Existing.
I'm just living. And if someone I don't know comes in, I fucking stab them. That's why guns are important, ladies and gentlemen.
Throwing knives too.
I don't know. I can't. I'd have to practice at throwing knives.
We can try that. They got the axe throwing. We can start there.
I think that's just a heavy step for drunk white people who think they're Vikings. That's a different story for a different time. But I'd say with that, it's probably a good spot to end this episode. It's the longest episode we've ever done. Consecutively.
Where it didn't, like, cut out or anything.
No, I think even before that. I think even then, technically,
mm-hmm.
I think it's still the longest podcast. Because typically, like, when it would cut short, we just cut it short. And then we'd record something else like a 30-second clip.
Like a little, hey, sorry, y'all.
Hey, sorry, by the way, at this timestamp, it's going to cut out.
I'm going to give this Twitch guy a shout out real quick because he cool. Oh, god dang it. Here it is. He not playing.
Sad Hood movie.
His Twitch channel is called Darth, and I may be mispronouncing this, Caedis. DARTHCAEDIS.
I don't know.
Either way, long story short, he a cool dude. I met him on that app TikTok, be following his stuff, his streams. He funny. He be playing Apex, Sad Hood movie. I don't play Apex, but I like watching him do it because he cool. He a black dude. He in a metal band. He a vocalist, kind of like old boy Donovan.
That's even crazier.
He got long dreads, and bro, he be growl. He go. I can't do it because I don't got the vocals for it. But bro, let me tell you.
I'll show you a band after this that I didn't know there was a black lead singer.
Kill switching.
No, when I was a kid. No, when I was a kid.
Oh, not Darius Rucker.
No,
he's in country.
Don't you fucking talk shit about Hootie and the Blowfish, bitch. Anyway,
he left them.
Yeah, fucking right country music. He's like fucking Aaron Lewis of Stained. Said I like rock and roll music, but y'all ever heard country before? Yeah. Anyway, with that being said. Sure, follow us on all social media platforms. Follow us on Spotify. Subscribe and like and comment on the YouTube channel. This is 2 videos in a row I can't remember. That's what I looked up. I went to go look that up earlier to see how many views the video had, but I didn't see the number.
Well, we'll share this one a little bit more. We'll get some progress.
For sure. That's something that I think we've both kind of been bad at, but that's besides the point.
Well, we had a lot going on in our lives together between the two of us to where we still we getting this done. We just
certain things are bad at.
Listen, we don't make money off this yet. We gotta make sure that we have everything else in our life situated.
Correct.
This is a passion and it is a goal, but if we don't survive, we ain't gonna be doing this.
So anyway, so make sure to do all that stuff. There was something else that I wanted to say, but I don't quite remember what it is. Oh,
Juggalos, Fago, Newport.
Yo, I'll tell you about Newports after this.
Hell yeah, I get secret stories.
So that being said, make sure to like this podcast on YouTube, especially follow us on Spotify for sure. That way you can listen to this absolute stupid stuff all over the internet in your spare time. Make sure you check out Vetterview right here. I got the t-shirt.
Shouts out to Rubio.
Check it out, guys. Kind of get a little bit personal real quick. That's a fire podcast. It highlights a lot of issues, depression, anxiety, PTSD, all that stuff in the veteran community. It's something that both him and I hold near and dear to our heart. So check that out. He's going strong. He's almost at 20 episodes.
I know.
He just recorded the 19th one today, if I'm not mistaken. So he's getting up there. So make sure to give that. His link will be in the description below. Make sure to go check him out. That's all I got. Be what you got.
Water, fire, air, and dirt. Fucking magnets. How do they